Hey everybody, Chris Bower here with Team Bower Nebraska Realty. Thanks for checking in with me today. Finally, the snow is melting and we're headed towards the spring market. But today, I wanted to explain to you what's going on in our real estate market. Now, the question that I get asked the most is, hey Chris, how's the market doing? Well, there's two sides of the market. Today, I'm going to talk about a tale of two markets here in Omaha and help you understand what I'm talking about. All right. So, of course, our mission is to educate and empower our clients to make great real estate decisions. This is what we stick by. We also promise to provide current and valuable information to help consumers understand the real estate market and processes so they can stay and navigate the real estate market. All right, so let's talk about the Omaha area market. Now, Andy Alloway, the owner and broker of Nebraska Realty, him and his crew do such a great job of putting out very, very valuable content for us to share. He's going to share you some specifics on this. I'm going to go a little bit different direction, but I'm using a lot of his stats. Great job of doing it. Thank you very much, Andy. All right, so to jump into this, you can see that the residential sales for January, February this year in the gray here are both down from last year. All right, so January was down almost 10%, and February, which picked back up, was down still 3.8%. Not surprising. We've been talking about the market slowing down just a little bit. Also, looking at the number of closed, you can see the seasonality of the market here from January through December, and January and February of this year are both underperforming at about 6.8%. Again, not surprising. Also, the average sale price is up 4.4% and 3.2% for new construction and existing from last year. Now, this is a decline because last year they were up, I believe, 8 and 6% respectively. So we're seeing prices start to flatten out. But it is nice to see that in 2016, a $170,000 house is now worth almost $205,000. So property is still doing pretty well here and appreciating in value. Okay, number of days on market. It's hard to tell this time of year because there's a lot of things that affect it. Like number one would be the weather. As you know, most of February we're under snow. January was kind of the same. So days on market, about the same as last year, not too far off. Don't want to get into that too much. We'll see how the spring does for those. But today I want to talk about a market that is almost opposite when you pivot around a price point. Now, what I like to call this is called bifurcation. Bifurcation means the division of something into two parts. So I think we have a bifurcated real estate market. Now, the dividing point, price point, is about $250,000. Again, I'm generalizing here, but about $250,000 we flip and go from one market to the other. $250,000 and above, it's a very balanced market. Buyers and sellers are on the same page when it comes to advantages. Very normal market. $250,000 and below, it's still very much a seller's market. I'm going to show you some amazing stats that show why this is. Okay, again, above $500,000, you start getting into a buyer's market. Okay, flat out where buyers are coming in and getting great deals. Again, generalizing, but that's what the stats are going to show us. Here's an amazing stat to me. This is the absorption rate currently. Now, if you look at this, the absorption rate is how long it would take to exhaust the current inventory based on the current speed of the market. $250,000 to $100,000, less than 1 month of inventory. That means a property will be gone if we don't put any new properties in less than a month, right? You got up to $250,000 above, and then $500,000 above, the absorption rate's almost a year. Right there at this dividing line, property gets a heck of a lot harder to sell, it takes longer, okay? Now, these two graphs here are going to show you the sales versus the inventory. Right here is the number of sales that we had in the division of them in 2019 so far. As you can see, up to $250,000 was 69% of the sales so far this year. The problem, the inventory is only 31% if it is under $250,000. So this little bit is with this amount of sales. You see where the problem lies? Look at this. These are all properties $250,000 and above. You see the difference in how long they're there? These are going to sell fast. These are going to take longer. Very dramatic stats that really support this bifurcation of our market here. All right? So let's talk about how this affects you. To start with, I want to explain the differences in each market when it comes to selling your property. So for under $250,000, the seller has the advantage, right? They can dictate terms. They're definitely in the driver's seat. The pre-listing period is very important. If you're going to sell your house, you're $250,000 and above, there's a lot of things that have to happen before you put your house on the market because more than likely it's going to go like that, okay? You got to be prepared for that. you have to have you're going to expect lots of showings and multiple offers, right? That's just the reality of the market. You need a realtor who has a defined listing plan and negotiating skills to handle multiple offers, and then the challenges that come with inspections and appraisals. This is where the challenge comes in, selling under 250. It isn't getting someone to make an offer, it's getting the right offer, dealing with multiple offers, and then of course getting the appraisals and inspections through. That's where the challenge lies. Now let's talk about if you're selling a house over $250,000. It is a very balanced market. If not, the buyers have an advantage. So pricing is key, right? You have to price it competitively. You have to use your market and competition and use it to position yourself better than your competition. I like to say it's kind of like rebounding in basketball. The tallest guy doesn't get the most rebounds. It's the guy who can box out their competition. So if you have a house and you're competing, you better be priced better than them to get sold quicker and for more money. So you need an experienced realtor who can realistically price and market your home to selected buyers. It just gets very much under a microscope when you're trying to sell a house over $250,000. Now, let's talk about how does this affect you buying. Now, under $250,000, it gets tough, right? That's just real. There's a premium price out there. I call it aspirational pricing. Sellers are asking more than the property's worth, but the market's getting it for them, okay? You gotta be prepared to go out there and compete and pay a premium, okay? 100% ready for the speed of the market. That means you need to have your financing ready, you need to have your checkbook ready, you need to be ready to go when something comes on the market and you can get out there, and if you go look at that house and you like it, you gotta be ready to write a contract. It happens that fast, and you will probably be competing because you'll be writing multiple offers. You also have to understand, sometimes you're gonna go out there and it's gonna take a few attempts at writing offers at different properties to get one accepted. Again, it's the reality of the situation and what's going on. So in this situation, you need a realtor who is ready to show quickly and get creative in writing offers and unconventional methods of searching and negotiating, right? Sometimes you gotta jump in front of people. You gotta be able to go show it at certain times. You gotta be ready to put escalation clauses in there. You gotta be able to take terms. You have to get real when it comes to buying under 250. It's tough out there. Now, let's talk about buying over 250. This is the place where you can be value driven. If you go out there and you see a property isn't worth what you think it is, there's a good chance you can maybe get a little bit better deal. Buyers, they can get favorable terms. Now that doesn't always mean the price, right? You can get the closing date you want, you can maybe get some terms, you can get some seller paid closing costs, you can get home warranties, you can get better inspection terms, you can get some of these terms that maybe are important to you in this situation. The longer days on market usually means there's only one offer. So you're usually negotiating just you and the other side at a time. It's a heck of a lot easier. You can go at your speed, you can get more stuff done. So you need an experienced realtor who can help you understand the value of the property and negotiate fairness. In this situation, you need someone that maybe has experience in this market so they can help you say, listen, I think it's worth X, let's go offer this, right? And you have to be willing to go through that. So buying, selling, there's different sides of the coin and different advantages and disadvantages with each one. All right, so of course you need an experienced realtor team, which my wife Jen and I are. We are both sides of the coin ourselves, so we can help you out, who has the skill and experience to represent your specific needs in a complex and diverse real estate market. It's different out there. Every situation is different. You have to wear multiple hats. I would recommend being with a team that does a little bit of both, okay? So, of course, if you want to buy, sell, build, or invest in the Omaha real estate market, call the pros at Team Bober. Of course, there's me on the football field taking someone out. And if you need to get a hold of me, Chris at Nebraska Realty, J Bober, Nebraska Realty, you can always go to teambober.com. That'll definitely find this piece and all of our videos, all of our social media, all of our information. So going out there in this marketplace is tough. It's not going to be easy because even when you do have an advantage, you need someone who's experienced. So call us at Team Bober. We'll help get you through there. We'll help facilitate the process and remove as much friction as possible. So any questions, call us personally, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you so much and have a great day.